Hi there, welcome to today's class. My name's Heather, this is Henny Ruru. I'm the creator of Yoga Mo-Flo, and so I'll be leading you through a 35 to 40 minute flow today. And today we're going to be focusing on total body. We're going to be incorporating strength, stretch, flexibility. You get everything in one. This is your glow up flow. This is a great flow to do. You can do something like this every day to just target your entire body, and it's gentle enough that you're not going to be jumping around or straining your joints. So this is something that you can incorporate into a daily routine if you wanted to. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to start at the back of our mat in a child's pose. So go ahead and come on to the back of your mat. We're going to start in a wide-legged child's pose. Henny. Okay, that's lovely. All right, off you go. Okay, so today we're going to start out in child's pose. And I know that sometimes when you just come into your child's pose, if you haven't moved around very much yet today, it's hard to come into the full expression of the pose. And so if you can't, let your head touch the mat, you can always just stay up here on your elbows if that feels better. But if you can, come on down. And just rest your head on your mat, rest your arms on your mat, and just arrive here. Take a couple minutes to take some deep breaths, and then just go ahead and do that body scan and just see if you notice any areas of tension in your body today. And also just do an energetic scan and just notice where your energy is today, how you're feeling, just checking in. And again, never judging it, but just becoming aware and noticing. Like I noticed today, I'm pretty tight in my back. And so I'm just noticing that, being aware of it. Let's do a couple more deep breaths here. And then just walk your hands back and kind of stay sitting up in like this froggy seat here. And we're gonna rock forward and back, warming up our wrists. So you're just gonna come forward, and there's no need to rush here. Just go as far as you can where you feel tension in the wrist, and then come back. We're gonna do this a few times. And again, going slowly, being mindful about our movement. Just getting our wrists ready. We are doing some planks and things today. Here's your last one here. And then sit back and go ahead and turn your fingers to face your knees, and let's just get a wrist stretch right here. If this is too much, you can always just come as close in to your legs as you want in order to feel that stretch. And then you can, maybe bend one elbow and straighten at a time too, just to go a little bit deeper. It might feel good. And then let's release. From here, we're gonna do a child's pose, come back into our child's pose and do a child's pose to Cobra stretch. And so we're gonna move slowly through this, but we're gonna do it about 6 times. So starting here in child's pose, just come forward into your Cobra and then back to child's pose. Let's do this 5 more times. Just really full body movement, going to the very end of that pose. Not shortchanging yourself with movement. I mean, you've come this far, you've gotten on your mat, you might as well do it. Come to the fullest expression while we're here. Twice more. Here's your last one. And come back to your child's pose. From here, we're gonna thread the needle. So go ahead and take that right arm and thread it through, resting your right ear down on your mat. And hold, getting a nice stretch there through the right shoulder. And release, and let's just straight away do the other side. Left arm through, left ear on the mat. And come back to center. From here, gently find your way into a down dog. And so this is our first down dog of the class, so maybe you want to generously bend your knees. You can sway your hips a little bit side to side. I want everybody to go ahead and bend the right leg deeply and lengthen out through that left leg, really feeling that stretch in the back side of the left leg. And then switch. And then you can start to pedal it out a little bit faster here. And then when you're ready, go ahead and just find a moment of stillness. Resist the urge to fidget, just hold. And then from here, we're coming into something called loaded beast. So I'm actually just gonna walk my hands back a smidge. And you bend your knees like you're coming into a child's pose, but you're not putting your knees on the ground. From here, we're gonna go from this loaded beast position up to a plank. So you're just gonna push yourself forward into a plank and then back to loaded beast. Let's do that 3 more times. There's 2 and 1. Back to loaded beast. Back to your plank. This time, go ahead and lower yourself slowly onto your belly. From here, let's take our arms wide and tent our fingers a little bit and press up into a cobra and release. Let's do that twice more. So inhale, raise yourself up. Exhale, lower. Last one. This one, let's stay at the top and dip the right shoulder down, getting a stretch, and then dip the left. One more time each side. Dip the left, and release. From here, let's take our arms out long. We're gonna do something that I'm calling little rainbow lifts for our back. So we're just gonna make an arc with our arms, and we're gonna do that 10 times. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Now go ahead, keep your chest lifted, place your arms or your hands behind your head, and we're going to get into our obliques by just going side to side here for 10. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then go ahead and release. You can make a little shelf for your head, shake out your hips for a second, and then go ahead and place your hands underneath your shoulders and push back to child's pose once again. This time do it with your knees together, really releasing through the back. You just did some work there for the back. So really, really round. And you're welcome to stay here. If you want to go a little bit deeper into this back stretch, you can come into rabbit. So go ahead and grab your feet and then roll up onto the crown of your head. Really getting the stretch all through the spine. It should feel good. And then we all meet back in our child's pose. From here, go ahead and sit up into your hero's pose. And you can stay here facing this direction. I'm just gonna turn and face you so you can see me, but we're gonna do some arm work. So without weights. So the first thing we're gonna do is just a little chest press. So bring your hands together like this, and we're gonna open and close. We're doing 20 of these. You certainly do not need to lift weights to work your arms. This is 6, 7, 8. They're gonna get tired, don't drop them. 9, 10. Just 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Same thing here. Open up, but open your palms, come together, push up. So a little chest press with a little prayer lift. Here's 3. Don't drop them. 4, 5, 6, 7, starting to get warm, 8, 9, 10. Here's last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You can start, I know you're starting to feel it because I am. 3, 2, 1. Don't drop your arms. We're going from a Y to an I. So just opening and closing here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Getting into those shoulders. 8, 9, 10. Here we go. Last 10. 9. After this, just one more exercise. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take them out wide. We're just clapping to the front like this. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Keep going. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Ah, you can let your arms down, shake them out a little bit. I'm gonna come join you back here at the back of my mat. From here, we're just gonna lift up and down onto our knees for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On this one, stay up, tuck the toes, come back into a yogi squat. So we're just gonna roll back and forth. Coming up to our knees, back to a yogi squat. Twice more. Getting in our ankle mobility here. Awesome job. From here, lift the hips. You can just kind of pedal out the legs and then roll up one vertebrae at a time all the way to stand. From here, we're just gonna do a cat-cow, the back of our mat. So I just want you to round the back, push the hands out, and then bring the hands back like this, like kind of sunshine hands or jazz hands behind your head. And we're just gonna go back and forth like this. Here's 3, 4, 5, just one more, 6. Oh, good job. Let's do a big circle up to the sky and swan dive back down. From here, go ahead and walk out to your downward facing dog. And we're gonna do a little sequence here where we're gonna lift the right leg to the sky, take it through to a runner's lunge. And then from here, we're gonna flip over, take the right leg behind us for a wild thing. Oh no, wait, I'm sorry. We're gonna do a kick through to a wild thing. So we're gonna widen our right foot out a smidge, have your left hand down, kick through here, step back with that left leg, and then reach behind you for a wild thing. Let's do that 2 more times, going at your own pace. Moving slowly. There's, whoa, no need to rush. And then step back up with the right leg, kick through with the left. This is your last one. Step back with the left, lift up into your wild thing. And then go ahead and find your plank to Chaturanga, up dog. And we all meet back in our downward facing dog. From here, let's take that right foot to the sky once more and step it between the hands. So here you are in your runner's lunge. Go ahead and just drop the hips a little bit, lift the gaze. You can rock it out. If you want a little extra challenge, you can kind of open up here, push into the right leg. And if you want a little bit more, you can try to stay really low and just lift the hands. Just kind of working into that hip and the leg. And then from here, we're gonna open up into warrior two. So go ahead and plant the left foot behind you. Cartwheel open your arms and find your warrior two. Pause here, gazing out over the right hand, making sure your knee is in good alignment. And then go ahead and straighten that front leg. You can heel toe the back foot in, and we're gonna flip our palms up. Come forward like we're going into triangle, but we're not. We're just gonna do that little beach ball triangle. So turning on the core here and just holding. This doesn't look hard, but it's harder than it looks. And then let's go ahead and release. Let's turn our feet in and step to the top of our mat. From here, we're gonna do some little side step half circles with what I call willow arms, like tree swing. So we're just gonna step wide and then come up. And we're doing 6 of these. So big range of motion. Take a huge step. Here's 4, 5, last one here, and 6. Very good. You can try to be graceful there. I'm not super graceful. Maybe you guys are more graceful. Go ahead and step out wide again. This time you can have a little bit of a turnout with your toes. And we're just gonna do some little lunging sequence. So we're gonna go to our right, pause here for a beat, turn the face the front, and then back, and then come to the other side. So here, here, then here. And we're just pausing for a beat each time, getting into our hips. Some people call this a little dancer's lunge. I did take dance as a kid, but I wasn't like super good. I'm sure you're shocked by that. Okay, that was the last one. Come back to the center. And from here, we're gonna do something that I call little football drops. So again, you can have a little turnout in your feet, and we're gonna drop the hips, stand all the way up, drop the hips, then lift the hips. So here's 2, 3, coming down as low as you dare, 4 with those hips. Here's 5, 6. Very good. From here, come back up. Let's find our warrior 2 one more time. So go ahead and sink down, make any little adjustments that you need to. And from here, let's go into our side angle. And hold. Then go ahead and look down, find your runner's lunge. And then go ahead and step the back foot up to meet the front foot. Halfway lift, forward fold. Then go ahead and bring the toes, the big toes to touch, drop the hips, and find your chair pose. So go ahead and sit back, sink in. And if you want to, you can stay here, or if you want to join me and try a little drinky bird, come up on your toes, sweep the arms back, hold, and then release back to chair. And let's do a prayer twist. Go ahead and bring the hands to the heart, and then hook the left elbow outside the right knee, and just pause, really being sure, looking down, making sure your knees are in alignment, one's not jutting out in front of you. And then come back through center, and then let's just directly go to the other side and do our little prayer twist here. forward fold. Very good. From here, let's step back into our plank pose. You can do a Chaturanga, or you can come down and just go into up dog. And then we all meet back in downward facing dog. Take a breath here or two. And we're going to do all that on the second side. So let's take our right foot to the center of the mat, lift the left leg to the sky. Go ahead and step through for your runner's lunge, and then walk your left foot a little bit off the side of the mat in your right hand wide too, and then have that left hand in front. We're going to do those kick throughs to the wild thing. So go ahead and kick through, step back, flip over, find your wild thing. Let's do that twice more. Left foot steps forward, kick through with the right leg, step back, find your wild thing. Last time. Kick through, step back, wild thing. Very good. Go ahead and come into your plank, Chaturanga, up dog, and we all meet in downward facing dog. From here, left foot to the sky, step into your runner's lunge. Just like we did last time, you can drop the hips, rock it out, lift the gaze. If you want, you can kind of press open here. If you want to try that little challenge where we stay low, lift the hands, really turning it on, you can do that. Very good. Then let's go ahead and turn that right foot to a 45 degree and cartwheel your arms up to a warrior two and just hold. Go ahead and straighten the front leg, heel toe the back foot in a little bit, palms flip up, reach forward like you're going into triangle, but instead you're holding that big giant beach ball over your head. And release. Step to the top of your mat. I'm actually going to turn around so I can face you, but you can stay facing the other direction. And we're gonna do those same half circles with the willow arms. So big step out, willow arms, thinking about being graceful, which is always hard for me. Here's 4, 5, last one. Very good. Take another large step out. So now we're gonna do that little dancer's lunge series. So coming down, facing the back of our mat, forward for a beat to the other side. Keep it going. So we're kind of holding for 2 counts, like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, to the other side. Once more each side. Really getting into those hips. So our last one here, and then come back to center. From here, let's turn our toes out just a smidge, drop the hips all the way to stand, drop back down, lift the hips. Here we go. This is 2. Coming as low as you want. 3. Here's 4. 5. And 6. Wonderful job. Then come all the way back up. I'm going to face the back of my mat again, so we're on the same foot here. Go ahead and find your warrior 2 one more time. And pause. And then find your side angle. So go ahead and gaze up if that feels okay on your neck. It's up to you. And then drop the right hand down. Let's have our back foot meet our front. Let's halfway lift and forward fold. From here, let's bring our big toes to touch. Drop the hips. Find your chair pose. Hold here. Maybe sink a little bit deeper. If you want to try Trinky Bird, you can. Go ahead and lift up on those toes. Sweep the arms back. Balance. And then drop the heels into regular chair. Let's twist one more time. So bring your hands to prayer in the front. This time let's hook the right elbow outside the left knee first and twist. Really being mindful that your knees are in one straight line. One's not sticking out in front of the other. Come back to center and switch over to the other side. And then back to center. Go ahead and forward fold here. Release the head. And then step back to your plank. You can go directly to down dog, or you can go through your vinyasa. It's up to you. But we all meet in our downward facing dog. From here, let's walk our hands back to the back of the mat. You can spread your feet a little bit wider and come into a yogi squat. So from here, we're gonna do something a little interesting. We're gonna do 2 frog hops forward and 2 frog hops back. This is our last little sequence here. We're gonna do it twice through, and then we'll start to cool down. So go ahead and place your hands in front of you, lift your hips and hop, and then one more time. And then let's go back. Let's do that once more. So these are your little frog hops. You're gonna try to catch some air. They're kind of fun. Very good. Here you are in your yogi squat, but go ahead and sit down. And let's just windshield wiper the legs to release that. Great job. Go ahead and bend the knees again. Come back into your yogi squat and then walk out to a plank. From here, we're gonna do some slow mountain climbers. So let's do right knee to the chest, then left. We're doing 6 of these. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, last one. And then from here, we're gonna do some plank crunches. So really squeeze the gut here and release. Squeeze, that's 2, squeeze, 3, 4, 5, oh, last one, 6. Drop the hips, keep the toes tucked under, find your up dog, stretching out the abdominals. Hold here. We're all gonna meet back into down dog, but if you wanna go through a little challenge, Chaturanga to plank, you can with me. So from here, bend the elbows, find your Chaturanga, push up to plank. We meet in downward facing dog. Let's take a couple deep breaths here. And we're gonna do that all one more time. So go ahead and walk your hands back, widen out your feet, and find your yogi squat. We're gonna do those frog hops. Are you ready? So 2 forward, 2 back, twice through. Here we go. Hop, and hop, and then go back. One more time. And then back. Awesome job. Go ahead and take a seat. Let's windshield wiper the legs just to release all that in the hips. Great job. Come back into your yogi squat and walk yourself out to your plank. Let's do those slow mountain climbers one last time. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How about some plank crunches? Crunch, crunch. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, this up dog is gonna feel so good. Let your abs release, look straight forward. Oh, that stretch feels nice. We're gonna meet back in down dog, but if you wanna do that Chaturanga thing again with me, you can. So go ahead and bend the elbows, Chaturanga, plank, down dog, very good. From here, let's lift our right foot to the sky and then step it through, knee behind wrist. Find your pigeon seat. So we're coming into pigeon. Go ahead and do a little back bend here before you fold it on down. And we're just gonna hold here. You did a lot of hip work today. We did all those froggy hops, the football drops, those dancer lunges. So let's give it a nice little stretch here. I'm kind of rocking a little bit, swing side to side. I find that that feels really good in my hips. You can do it too, or you can find stillness. It's entirely up to you. Let's go ahead and lift ourselves back up. Go back into your three-legged dog. This time, go ahead and bend the knee, open up the hip, look under the right armpit, and then set the right foot down. Let's do that on the other side. So left foot to the sky, left knee behind the left wrist. Find your version of pigeon that feels best to you. Let's do a little back bend, gaze up, and fold forward here. Once again, I'm just gonna rock my hips a little bit. Not a big movement, a little micro movement. And then go ahead and help yourself up. Find that three-legged dog. Bend the left knee, open the hip, look under the left armpit. And then set the left foot down. Let's do one more nice down dog here. So go ahead and do your best version. So really push your chest to your thighs, lengthening through the back. Try to get your heels flat, although it really doesn't matter if they are, just as long as they're heading in that direction. Just the fullest expression of down dog that you can make. And then you can find a seat. You can hop forward to a seat or just plop yourself down, however you want to get there. From here, we're going to take our knees wide into our cobbler's pose. So go ahead and open up your knees. Let's straighten our spine. And then you can kind of open your feet like they're a little book. And then just take a second to give yourself a little bit of a foot massage here. That's always just really, really nice. It's a very loving thing that you can do for your poor feet that carry you around all day. Just show ourselves a little bit of love and kindness here. And massage our feet. Life can be hard, so it's kind of nice to show ourselves little bits of kindness like this sometimes. And then from here, Let's just grab hold of our feet, fix our outfits, and then hinge forward at the hips, keeping a flat back until you feel like you've reached your edge, and then you can let it go and just let everything fold over. And we're just gonna hold here, getting a nice stretch through the groin. You guys worked hard today. Then go ahead and push yourself up, and from here make your way onto your back. However you want to get there is just fine with me. Just rolling down. So from here, let's just go ahead and cross our right ankle over our left knee and draw everything in to the, we like thread the needle here and thread through. So it's just your little figure 4 stretch. Really being mindful, keeping this right foot bright and active, and just squeezing it, your foot more to your chest. Stretching out through that right glute, should feel nice. Then go ahead and drop the left foot to the floor. Cross the right knee over the left, and then let everything fall over to the left. Take your arms out to a T, and if it feels okay with you, you can look over the right shoulder. Just twisting out through our spine. Spines are meant to twist in all directions. Should feel good. And then go ahead and come back to center. Let's do that on the other side. So go ahead and cross your left foot over your right knee, keeping that left foot bright, and draw everything in. Now we're stretching out that left glute. Really pulling it towards you, getting a nice deep stretch. You guys did awesome today. I'm so glad you were here with me, working out. Total body, this is your glow up. Again, this is something that's gentle enough to do every day. Go ahead and cross that left knee over the right, and then let everything fall to the right. Arms to a T, and then go ahead and look over your left shoulder here. You can shut down the eyes. Just really start to feel your body relax and release. Then go ahead and come back to center. And from here, let's find our Shavasana, our final resting pose. So go ahead and take your feet out wide. You can take your arms out, palms up to receive. That feels good. You can have your palms resting on your body. I usually like one on my chest and one on my belly. I find that really comforting. And then just go ahead and shut down the eyes. Let your breathing return to its normal rhythm. And we're only here for a minute or two, and we will do this in silence. Go ahead and rock your head from side to side. And then roll to one side gently. You can keep your eyes closed. That feels nice. Push yourself up to a comfy seat. And then let's just pause here for a second, doing that physical and energetic scan one more time. See if you noticed those areas of stiffness, if they've released or softened. And then notice your energy where it's at. And again, never judging if it's good or bad, but just awareness, noticing, coming outside of ourselves and just noticing what's happening in our bodies. Then go ahead and bring the palms to the heart, bow the head. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I'm so glad you were here. I hope you enjoyed that little glow up flow. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button. You can also subscribe. New Yoga Mo-Flows come out every Sunday morning. That way you don't miss a single workout with me, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.